Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Teeing Off with RevSportz. A lot went down yesterday, right from the Indian team's announcement for the Afghanistan T20I series to the second T20I between India women and Australia women. But before we get to discussing all that, I am Gargi Rao, and joining me today for this show are Shubhayan Chakravarti and Trisha Ghoshal. For the first topic of the show, as Rev Sports had claimed on 20th November, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli have made the T20 squad for the Afghanistan tour. Shubhayan, you had backed Rohit and Virat's inclusion in the team, but fans say youngsters should have been given a chance. What do you say to them?
See, it's not the final T20 World Cup squad, so it's just the Afghanistan series squad, and I've been saying it repeatedly in our previous shows as well. That USA and West Indies will have pitches on the slower side. There you can't have all your seven batters as an aggressors or attackers. You need accumulators, and you will need a Virat Kohli who has shown adaptability all over the world. But yes, there's a fair point that it will take chances of the youngsters if Rohit and Virat plays in terms of team combination and whatnot. But they both are fit, they both are scoring runs, so why not give them a final go at this shortest format of the game in the World Cup?
Yes, and Trisha, do you think this hints at a possible inclusion of the duo in the T20 World Cup?
I'm sure, of course, they are being given this chance, and if they suit kind of um, the style of play rather that we want, in the T20 World Cup, then I'm sure we will see them in because let's not forget. I mean, the format was different, but Rohit has completely shown what he can do right at the top. With Virat, as Shubhayan said, I was in West Indies for the 2018 World Cup, and I have seen the pitches are, you would need accumulators because the pitches can be slow, they can turn as well. So that is
Yeah.
when you will need their experience because ultimately, when the match gets tied up, I think what happens, Gargi, at times you will agree with me that we forget that T20 is not only about going bang bang all the time. It is also
Yes.
it also depends on the pitch. If it's a flat deck, you can try and score as many runs as you can, but otherwise you have to have a mixture of aggressor and accumulator. And do not forget the way Virat Kohli runs as well. So just
Yeah.
because he doesn't hit the flashy sixes or boundaries doesn't mean that he's not scoring.
Right.
Gargi, I have a question. What do you think would be someone like an Yashashvi thinking? Because he has done well in T20s. Maybe the test didn't go well with him. Do you think this inclusion will bring in a bit of insecurity among the youngsters?
No, I think not because Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma both have done enough to prove themselves in all formats across the game. And they didn't just become Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma out of the blue. They put in that hard work. And when you see that, if anything, it's inspiring for the youngsters because they know that if they put in the hard work, if they put in that consistency, they can get to where, Rohit and Virat are at this moment. The kind of backing they get from the management and all of that, the support they get from the fans, it's all worth it. I think it's quite inspirational.
Absolutely. I think so too. I mean, ideally, it should not cause any insecurities, right, Shuban?
Yeah, plus the business side of things are very much dependent on Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. These two arguably run half of your advertisement, which you see on your phones and televisions and all the billboards around the world. And USA, the World Cup is going there for the first time. There's a lot of debate around the temporary grounds that will be prepared for the India matches in New York. You have a stadium in Florida, but in New York you will be building a temporary stadium. So to sell that, you need a Virat Kohli poster, you need a Rohit Sharma in your poster. So that is one huge side of the thing, which general fans sometimes don't understand because these things are for niche people, for specialists to handle. But yes, I don't think there has to be some sort of insecurity when Virat was also coming through. He also had to warm the bench and was not part of a playing 11 straight away. So it's part of the cycle for Yashasvi also. Maybe you never know, like what happened to Shubman during the ODI World Cup, and suddenly you had a position for 3 4 matches. So that could be the chance. You never know. I'm not saying that someone should get ill or someone should get injured, but there are always opportunities around the corner. Team can always go for a left-hander for a few matches as well. So you never know when chances crop up for you in between the tournament.
Yes, and to be fair, Virat Kohli is returning to the T20 format after 14 months, if I'm not wrong. So there have been plenty of chances for the youngsters as well when we think about that. But among the up and coming youngsters, there's a reason why names like Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli still remain. Take a look.
We had claimed on 28th November on RevSportz that Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli will be part of the World T20. And this was purely on the basis of performance. There is one index in team selection, only one, and that is performance. How can you select an Indian World Cup T20 team, or for that matter any team, when these two have made themselves available, when they have played in the manner that they have? Take the World T20 of 2022. Virat Kohli was the best player by a million miles. That innings against Pakistan was one of the greatest ever knocks. Take Rohit Sharma's effort in the recently concluded 50 over World Cup. Every start was a T20 start. The captain was blazing away and he was setting the platform for Kohli to come and consolidate. So purely on the basis of performance, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli at this point in time walk into any team. If you want to drop someone and you say age, it's just not possible. With sports science, age is just a number. If you see tennis, Novak Djokovic. If you see football, Luka Modric. One can give example after example. Leo Messi is the greatest example. So Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli have to be treated purely how good they are on current form and should they make the team. That is why on 28th of November, 1.5 months back, you can see our piece on RevSportz. We had already claimed that it is impossible. Final question. In terms of branding, unfortunately in cricket there are no other brands. So when you take a tournament to North America, these are the two people who will help market that tournament. Purely on that basis, now it's clear Rohit Sharma will lead India in the World T20 and they have one final opportunity to win an ICC trophy. All the very best to both of them.
Jitesh Sharma gets a call up, but with Sanju Samson in the team, who do you think is a sure starter, Shubhan?
Uh, if you have to ask me, then Jitesh will definitely start a few matches. And if they are looking at someone who can bat at number 6, number 7, then Jitesh has to be that player, because Sanju does not have that prior experience of batting at 6, 7, finishing matches. He is a natural opener who is now molded his game to a middle order batter. So he's very good when batting at number 1, 2, 3, 4, but I don't think below that you can have a Sanju Samson to be part of that batting unit. Of course, if you want to play him up in the order, that's a different case altogether. But if you are seeing someone at number 6, number 7, which was the case in this South Africa series as well, then Jitesh should get at least 3 matches, the complete series, to prove his point.
Absolutely. And Trisha, do you think did KL Rahul's exclusion take you by surprise?
Not really. To be very honest, it did not take me by surprise at all. Because as I was mentioning about Rohit Virat also, I'll talk about the approach. KL Rahul's approach just doesn't seem T20 like, to be very honest. The problem is he is an accumulator. And when you talk about an accumulator, how many accumulators can you have? So then you will compare someone like a Virat is an accumulator and then Rahul is an accumulator. Now you will question yourself as to which one can you actually go for. And there I Virat is way ahead of Rahul, because also Virat, as I said, the running between the wickets, the continuous changing strike, and also the as a leader in the ground. Virat makes a lot of difference. We have seen that even in the test match, from asking Siraj to bowl an swinger to going and talking to Rohit continuously about what are the bowling changes he can make. And Rohit might agree with him, disagree with him, but to have that noise at times, it's good. But with Kale, I think, he's the more calm and composed ODI test match, the longer format player, and he's doing
Hmm.
very well for the team. So I'm not surprised. And honestly, if I was KL Rahul, I wouldn't have been disappointed either.
Yeah.
Yes, and we'll keep talking about cricket, but for the moment, take a virtual tour of the tabletop mountain in Cape Town with Shubhayan.
सो केप टाउन आए और टेबल माउंटेन के ऊपर नहीं चढ़े तो आपने क्या ही घूमा। सो केप टाउन के वन ऑफ द सेवन वंडर्स ऑफ नेचर है ये टेबल माउंटेन। एंड टेबल माउंटेन की बहुत खास चीज़ें हैं रिलेटेड टू दिस सिटी ऑफ केप टाउन। केप टाउन का जो एंटायर वेदर है वो ये टेबल माउंटेन कंट्रोल करता है व्हेनेवर देयर इज अ क्लाउड कवर इन द टॉप ऑफ द टेबल माउंटेन, जिसको टेबल क्लॉथ भी बोला जाता है। जब भी वो रहता है तो देयर प्रिटी चिली इन दैट सिटी ऑफ केप टाउन, और जब भी ऊपर क्लियर रहता है तो इट्स प्रिटी हॉट आउट देयर। बट आज का मौसम आप देख रहे हो कि थोड़ा सा क्लाउडी है, क्लाउड्स चल रहे हैं पीछे, सो इट्स अ बिट चिली अप हियर, बट आपको यहाँ से पूरे शहर का नज़ारा देखने को मिलता है। सो देखिए मैं हमारे साथ आप टेबल माउंटेन का एक थोड़ा सा छोटा सा जर्नी लीजिए। एंड whenever you are in Cape Town, then please you have to visit this table mountain. It's one of the most beautiful and serene places you will ever visit in the entire world. So yeah, let's take a quick tour of the table mountain.
Coming back to Indian women's cricket team now, after one dominating win against Australia in the first T20I, Australia turned the tables around and defeated India by 6 wickets in the second T20I. Here's Ishan from the DY Patil Stadium.
Hello everyone, this is Ishan Chahane from RevSportz. I'm outside the DY Patil Stadium and it's heartbreak for the Indians yet again. You can say it was a tough game because initially you must have thought it could go either ways after the first performance, the way India played the first T20 game. We really felt that the Indian team had that momentum going with them in the second game. Unfortunately, it did not go according to plan. They went out to bat first, and I have to say, they struggled. If I'm putting it out there in blunt words, they didn't seem like they were very comfortable. It didn't seem like the same team that was playing the first T20I. Shots weren't as fluent. The batters weren't making the runs that they did early on. Shafali Varma, again, consistency. When is she going to get those performances on a regular basis? She got a brilliant 50 the last time. This time around, couldn't get the runs. But it's not enough, right? You want someone like Shafali Varma getting runs on a consistent basis. Smriti Mandhana again looked so good, looked so great. While everyone was at the stands today, we all were looking at her thinking that this is someone who's really going to go on and get a lot more runs today. Unfortunately, she played a few shots, couldn't capitalize on that start again. Jemima Rodrigues hasn't performed too well, so there's been pressure on her. But I think the biggest talking point from this match would be Harmanpreet Kaur, simply because she hasn't stepped up. As a captain, you want to step up, you want to do better, you want to bring out those performances. And if you don't do that, everybody is just going to doubt you. So obviously, this loss is going to hurt the Indians a lot. And going on to the third T20I, a lot will be expected. If she doesn't pull up her socks and does wonders for the team, there might be questions about her captaincy. So it's a little bit of a worry for the Indians. The bowlers did well, I feel. They tried their best defending a low total. Sriyanka Patil bowled well. Deepti Sharma got those 2 wickets, which were really handy. But overall, the Aussies just outclassed the Indians. Just a class batting display. And they took the game away. The openers got a partnership. And eventually, in the end, Elise Perry, Phoebe Litchfield, once again, I'd mentioned these two names earlier. These two once again came to the rescue of the Australians, and the game was over. So heartbreak for the Indians, but obviously going into that third T20I, there'll be a lot of expectations. There was a big crowd today. I had to literally get out of the stadium and find a safer, quieter place where I could make the video because there was a rush, and I have to say that's good news for women's cricket. You want more people coming up. You want more people encouraging women's cricket, and that's good news. So obviously there will be that crowd build up in the third T20 as well. But for now, it's heartbreak, and I think the Indians will have to go back, regroup, and come out stronger for that third game. This is Ishan Shani signing off from RevSportz. Thank you.
Trisha, it's the batting lineup that's disappointed once again. Talk about that.
See, it's the same people that you talk about, and I think Shafali has received a lot of criticism, but I genuinely feel we do not question our captain enough. I mean, Harmanpreet Kaur, when was the last time there was a match where you had said that, okay, finally Harman has done it for us? I mean, come on, for how long are you going to sit on that 171 and 108? I mean, many people have scored many. They might not have got more than 171 in an innings, but
Mm,
important innings wise, they have done a lot more. When was the last time she crossed the single digit? It's almost
Yes.
impossible to remember, and also the way she keeps getting out, it's almost predictable. There, my problem is you're the Indian team captain, and when you're coming out to bat, you are almost thinking like, I hope she doesn't get out every single ball. She doesn't, not even a single ball where you can say no, she looks confident, because she herself looks completely lost, and that is not good. Because do not forget, she's also one of the most experienced batters. And my problem is, Gargi, it is the same few people who have been making the mistakes, but others are being changed. The bowlers are being changed continuously. One day Mannat is playing, one day Sriyanka is playing. Today it wasn't, yesterday it wasn't changed. But in general, you are giving debut caps to Sriyanka, to Taika, to Mannat. But what about the batters? You're not
mm,
changing that at any point. Smriti, again, you know, when you had a good match, why can't you capitulate on that lead? Because it's not every day that you're gonna get Australia on the mat. It's your wickets. And today, and if you see yesterday's match, my problem also was that Sriyanka's over there. She gave a lot of full tosses to Phoebe. But my other question is, Gargi or Shubhan, rather, any one of you, take it up, both of you. Why don't we see our captain at that crucial juncture go and speak to the youngster? I mean, how many matches has Sriyanka played? And how many matches has a Harmanpreet played? Had a Smriti Mandana played? Why aren't you behind your bowler? Doesn't matter if you win or lose. But where are you when your bowler is bowling full tosses?
Yes, I think we were talking about this in the first T20I as well when Saika Ishak was bowling, I think, and she was getting hit, and Harmanpreet Kaur was nowhere to be seen. I think
Exactly.
that as as a captain, defines Harmanpreet Kaur because we've seen too much of her bad side now. I think with the kind of aggression, the bad sort of aggression in Bangladesh, we've seen it against Australia in that Test match. Throwing that ball at Alicia Healy, those were all unnecessary things. Those things do not need to be done. We just want you to talk with your bat. We want that aggression from the bat. And when it comes to
Silent.
captaining, sorry.
That bat has been silent for years now.
Mm.
Yes, exactly. And when India loses, she doesn't come out for the press conferences as well, which is a big testament or a big sign of what Harmanpreet Kaur right now is feeling as a captain. Maybe she's very overwhelmed right now, but put that energy into good things, I believe, at this moment. But Shubhain, when it comes to Harmanpreet Kaur's captaincy, do you think things are looking good right now or no?
Again, if you are getting everything, every resource possible right now from the board, then it's your duty to carry this talented bunch of players to a good trophy. England and Australia are the only two teams. New Zealand somewhere somewhat is there. You have to defeat them. You have to defeat them. Okay, we can't sit on our couches and say they are Australia. They are too good a team for us to beat. You have to go out there and show that energy on the field, which you show when you get a wicket or when you get out. But the real captains character comes out when things are not going his or her way. So that I think has to be Harman's thing going forward. That during bad moments you have to stand up with your players. You have to stand up with your bat as well. Trisha makes a good point that her bat has been silent for years now, and uh, you have to score big runs against these big oppositions. Even against Bangladesh, we did not win the series. So uh, things are changing because other teams are now picking up pace, and you can't be static there at a set benchmark for years now. You have to push your game to get those results.
Can I add something, Gargi?
Yeah.
A lot of this aggressive, aggression, the style, the throwing, the talking to the other players has been picked up from Virat Kohli, right? But here's the difference: Virat Kohli does a lot of talking with his bat, and that's
Hmm.
why even though it might not look nice, you still tolerate it or you still welcome that aggression because you know that this person is doing his role perfectly. But Harman has not shined as a batter. We have seen that during when Mithali was the captain, everybody kept saying that Harman should come at four. Harman should come at four. Harman is the captain now. She's not coming at four. You can send Jemmy at three. You can come at four. None of that is happening. Harmanpreet has stopped bowling completely. She bowled in WBBL, but she didn't bowl here. She bowled in WBBL, but she didn't bowl in any of the ODIs. Again, in the test she bowled and she got wickets, but you can see that reluctance somewhere, the reluctance in taking accountability, and that's my problem. As a leader, if you can't take accountability, and when you talk about her not coming to the press conference, that also shows a reluctance in taking the accountability, because you're sending Jemima, I mean, then why not make Jemima the captain if you're sending her for a series loss? And the way you guys lost the series, if you are sending her to take accountability, then make her the leader, make her the captain, and then ask her to take the accountability. So I my only problem is it is not only her form, it's her whole attitude which just seems wrong. Lot of aggression, no accountability, and just no runs at all.
On a more positive note, even though it was a disappointing night for Indian fans, women's cricket saw another milestone as Elise Perry became just the fourth player in women's cricket history to play 300 games. Take a look.
Cricket sensation Elise Perry has achieved an unprecedented achievement, having played her 300th game for Australia, a feat that made her the first Australian woman and the fourth globally to achieve the milestone. The historic moment unfolded in the second T20I in a T20I series against India in Mumbai. Joining the ranks of legends Mithali Raj, Charlotte Edwards and Susie Bates. Perry, at 33 years old, stood as one of the game's premier all-rounders. With a career spanning 12 years marked by outstanding form and fitness, Perry faced setbacks, notably tearing her hamstring during the 2020 T20 World Cup. A subsequent stress fracture in her back hampered her bowling in the 2022 World Cup final. Despite these challenges, Perry adapted and persevered. In a surprising turn of events, Perry was dropped from the Australia's playing 11 for the 2022 Ashes, but made a comeback during the Commonwealth Games, contributing to the gold medal winning campaign. Returning to the T20 side 6 months later, Perry delivered back-to-back career-best performances with the bat in India. Fast forward 12 months, she found herself nominated for ICC's T20 Player of the Year award, showcasing her resilience. In the ever-evolving landscape of women's cricket, Perry's dedication to helping Australia maintain its dominance remains unwavering. This commitment is particularly crucial as the team navigates a period of change following the retirements of former captain Meg Lanning, coach Matthew Mott, and vice captain Rachel Haynes in 2022. Looking ahead, the next 18 months hold significant challenges for Australia as they defend their World Cup titles in both white ball formats and host a home Ashes series. Perry's journey continues, embodying the spirit of excellence and determination. Looking ahead, the next 18 months hold significant challenges for Australia as they defend their World Cup titles in both white ball formats and host a home Ashes series. Perry's journey continues, embodying the spirit of excellence and determination as she enters her 18th calendar year of international cricket.
Over to the Indian football team as they prepare for the Asian Cup challenge. Sahal Abdul Samad might miss the entire AFC Asian Cup. Meanwhile, Australia, who are India's first match opponent in the Asian Cup, have beaten Bahrain 2-0 in a friendly game ahead of the heavyweight tournament. Listen in.
With India's AFC Cup opener against Australia just days away, Igor's team match faces another setback, as sources confirm that Sahal Abdul Samad might miss the entire AFC Asian Cup. Sahal suffered a grade 1 ankle injury in an ISL fixture between Mohun Bagan Supergiant and Odisha FC when Ahmed Jahu tackled him from behind. Igor Stimac named him in the 26-member squad for the AFC Asian Cup, knowing that he might miss the opening game against Australia. Now the star midfielder might miss all of India's group stage fixtures. With Anwar Ali, Jigsan Singh and Ashik Kurunian already unavailable due to injury, Igor had to toil hard to find their replacements in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers games against Kuwait and Qatar. Now Sahal's injury will force Igor to think about his plan B. As per sources, in the absence of Sahal, another Keralite, Rahul KP, who also scored a stunning goal against China at the Asian Games, can make it to the playing 11 as an option for the roaming striker. In that case, Mahesh Naurim or Lalinjwala Chhangte will have to shoulder significant responsibilities down the flanks. We could also see Akash Mishra, who generally plays as a left back for his ISL franchise in Mumbai City FC and also the national team, in a left midfield position to fill in the void left by Ashik Kurunian. Subhashish Bose can be seen as the left back behind Akash Mishra. Meanwhile, Australia beat Bahrain 2-0 in a friendly match ahead of the Asian Cup. Amin Benadi of Bahrain gifted an own goal to the Socceroos in the first half, while Mitchell Duke, who also scored in Australia's 1-0 win over Tunisia in the FIFA World Cup group stage fixture, scored in the 61st minute to hand Australia a comfortable 2-0 victory in Abu Dhabi. Apart from Duke, Craig Goodwin and Harry Soter also caught attention. Craig Goodwin, the Australian midfielder, was involved in both the goals, while the towering defender Soto played a major role in thwarting all attacks from Bahrain. Australia played high-pressing football throughout the 90 minutes. Smooth transition up front helped the Australians penetrate Bahrain's defense. If India has to stun Australia, Chhangte and Mahesh will have a major role to play. As the Socceroos play with a high line of defense, India's pacey wing duo can exploit their weaknesses with counter-attacks.
Thank you everyone for joining. Have a great day ahead. To everyone watching, we'll leave you with an exclusive interview with Indian football team's set piece specialist Trevor Sinclair.
I'm learning things from him now over the last few days, and I thought I was quite well equipped. I go to see different people who used to train Cristiano Ronaldo in Manchester every year just to update my methods. Luca has opened my eyes to a different way. There's some of the things that he's shown me on his videos that he does with players, young players that are developing, players that are already established, older players that want to continue at the top of their game. You know, you look at Luka Modric, you look at players like this. The only reason that they're able to play on for so long is because, like even Messi, the strength and conditioning that they put their bodies through to keep that aging process away, it gives you extra years at the end of your career. And I experienced that with Paolo Di Canio. He was an ultimate professional when you talk about going in the gym and getting the absolute best out of your body. These players are doing that. That can level things off against talented players. If them talented players go into the game against us thinking, oh, this is going to be, you know, we should be comfortable here, I think they're going to get a surprise, because physically these boys are in top condition, and that will give you a chance. That is a leveler. That can take away talent. If you've got a group of players that are fit, can run for 95 minutes, compete physically for 95 minutes, then anything is possible.
Wow.